there again. This is SaraTideWalker. I've got another gear video for you today of the gear I'm taking on my Mississippi River source to sea rowing trip this summer 2018. I leave tomorrow for Minnesota. I'm gonna start with this kayak for when the river is narrower. That's what I'll use. And then I've got this carrier that I'll strap on for the portages for the very beginning part. And then once the river widens out, I'll be taking this canoe. This is a fiberglass 18.5 foot canoe, and I've got a drop-in rowing system for it. So I rowed in college, and when I decided I wanted to do the Mississippi River, I knew I was going to row it instead of kayak it because of my rowing experience. I can go faster with the rowing system compared to kayaking, and it uses my whole body compared to just using my arms and core for paddling. So I'm really excited about that. It's taken a while to find the right system and the oars, and it was quite pricey. So I'm just going to go over. First off, this is a very basic do-it-yourself spray cover that me and my dad made. We got pool noodles, tarp, and Velcro, and just Velcroed it around so it'll be removable. And that's where my dry bags are going to go. I've just got 2 big dry bags will go in the bow and the stern of my boat. These are my oars. They're Braca Macon blade oars, sculling oars, tulip shaped. I did want hatchet design, but this was all I could get. So instead of buying new, I was able to find used oars with a local rowing club out of Birmingham. So I was really happy to be able to find those for much cheaper, but oars are still very expensive. And then the really cool thing is my drop-in rowing system. I found it just by I had to do a lot of research for this because I'm used to rowing in an 8 or a 4, so don't have as much experience sculling, and then definitely didn't have that much knowledge about rowing systems in general because my coach and my managers would always take care of all that. All I had to do was row, so I had to learn a lot. So I found this online by Alden Rowing. I was in a lot of talks with Gary. That's where I got the system. It was mailed to me, and me and my dad put it together over several hours and a lot of yelling. But we got it together, took it on 3 test runs because the first test run we forgot some tools to strap it to the canoe. Second test run still didn't work out. Finally, by the 3rd test run, we got it together, and I was able to test it out on the Tennessee River for a little bit. So I'll just pick it up because it's fairly lightweight, and I don't have it strapped in my boat yet. So this is it. I've got my sliding seat. I've got my foot stretchers here, which can be adjusted. These are my riggers, oar locks. And then this is what will attach to the canoe itself. Oh dear. And we also had to get leveling legs for it, so it would fit into the boat. So we just bolt this down onto the gunwale and it stays still. So this will be a learning process. And then so you row backwards. So I'm always confused. Let's see. So that's the bow, so that's the front of the boat, but I'll be facing this way, so my back is to the front, and I'll be rowing this way. So I'll be rowing down the Mississippi River backwards. Now I'll go over some of the gear I'll be taking. We've got some water tanks here that we'll use later on the trip. So we've got 2 of these for potable water for further down on the river. I've got my life jacket, which This is pretty simple jacket, so I might get a better one in Minnesota. Just depends on how this does for me. I've got my extra tough rubber boots, and these are just for the very beginning when I'll be on the kayak probably. And I've got my Chaco sandals, some water shoes. I might row in these. They're light. Wide brimmed hat to row down the river because it's going to be really sunny. I've got a sponge for to sponge out water when I get some splashes. And then I've got my 2 dry bags. And here's a simple sleeping pad. Same sleeping pad I had on the Appalachian Trail. So we'll open this bag. Got a bag of toiletries, bag of electronics. I'm taking a camera, GoPro, a little Bluetooth speaker. I'm pretty excited about being able to play some podcasts, to catch up on some podcasts while I'm rowing. That'll be nice. A little Lucy lantern. It's a solar lantern. It blows up. That'll be nice to have at camp. I'll be taking my Hennessy hammock. I've got my Mountain Hardwear sleeping bag, Ultra Lamina. This is an old sleeping bag I've had for a long time, and it's a synthetic down. I will probably be too warm, so I might not use this at all. My jet boil for cooking, fuel, first aid kit. I've got a lot of tape for my hands, for my fingers when I will be getting my blisters and calluses from rowing. Trowel, journal and books. I'm excited to read Mark Twain's Life on the Mississippi. I got that. I've got some neoprene booties I might try out. Some bike gloves that I might use. We'll see. Spoon, a little stainless cup, and then a little shaker bottle because I'll be making some protein shakes. I'm going to try out this Amazing Grass green superfood. You put that in water. I'm going to try that out. I'm also going to be taking some iron pills in here. All right, that was quick. I'm not really going into like very little things since I've got so much. Sunscreen, of course. I'll be taking my Goal Zero Nomad 7 solar panel. I'm really excited about finally being able to use this on like an expedition. I usually just use it around the house, put it outside to charge, and then I can charge my phone and iPad on it. So I imagine I'll just be strapping this simply just on my bow or the stern, and then it connects to a battery bank, and that's what I'll use to charge my phone. I can charge my phone, I can charge my GoPro, I can charge my Bluetooth speaker, all on that USB, which is on the battery bank. I've got a little collapsible day pack, rope. This is just a bag of miscellaneous bug spray. No DEET, absolutely no DEET. It's really bad for yourself. Wallet, sunglasses, platypus. This is a water filter for the very beginning of the river when I can actually filter the water to drink. later on, you will not want to drink the river water, I've been told. And even a filter would not be good enough, so definitely won't be able to use that later. I've got my stainless steel straw, so whenever we go out to eat or something, use that instead of plastic. My pack towel, mosquito head net. I've got Swiss Army knife, my headlamp, my blow up pillow, a little fanny pack, whistle and compass, a multi-tool, and my sleeping bag silk liner, which, since this is so light and it's nice and cool, I'll probably use that to sleep in when it gets really hot. Alright, now I've just got a bunch of junk on the ground. I'll also be taking, oh dear. Okay, I'm gonna get that off first. Taking my dad's REI Flex Light chair. My dad's also letting me use his very nice, very new Big Agnes copper spur HV UL2 Mountain Glow. I've used Big Agnes several times, so this will be nice to use if I don't use my hammock. And then I've just got my big clothes bag. So I'm not gonna empty this out. It's way too much. But I basically just have clothes to sleep in and clothes to row in. I've got like spandex JL shorts to row in, tank tops. Oh, one thing I'm bringing are arm sleeves to keep my arm covered to protect my skin from the sun. So that'll be a challenge, to always try to be covered up, the reflection from the water. So I need to make sure to cover my neck. I've got a buff for that. I've got a bandana, as well as my wide-brimmed hat. So I think that about covered everything. I'll have a full list on my website, whereintheworldissara.com. And I leave for Minnesota tomorrow, like I said, and we'll probably start with the kayak sometime next week. And I'm not really sure how long it's going to take, but you know, I'm saying like 2 months or so. I should be able to go faster rowing than to kayak, so we'll see. So thanks for watching my gear list for the Mississippi River Source to Sea rowing trip this summer. Thanks.